Hello, everyone. I hope that you all enjoyed that lovely weather we had this weekend. I know I did. And now you are ready to get back to the grind, as they say. And as such, that means it's time to continue our yoga practice. Unless, of course, those of you out there are diligent and continue it all the time. But regardless, today, now, it's time to get started. You will need your strap or a rope or something of the sort today, as well as a block or two, and possibly a cushion for your knee if the mat or the floor is a little too harsh for you. So that's what we need. Let's get started. And we're starting from the floor. Seated with our feet out in front of us, nice and flat, up tall, lengthening through the spine like you're being pulled up from the top of your head like you're a marionette puppet. And from here, we're going to inhale, bring the arms up. Keep yourself nice and long. And on the exhale, pressing down to the sides, moving with the breath. Feel yourself maybe get a little taller, a little longer with the inhale. And on the exhale, trying to maintain that length. One more. And we're just going to gently round forward. Let your torso and your thighs connect. Hang your head if it's comfortable. Bring it back up. Up tall again. Then we're going to hinge back till we feel that activation in our midsection, keeping our spine still nice and long and supported. We're going to bring our arms out in front of us. And we have a few options. We can either hold it right here. You can lift the feet or one foot, whichever works for you today, right now. Also keep in mind, you don't want to protract and send your shoulders forward. Keep them pulled back, down away from the ears. If your feet are off the floor, knees together. Let's rock it back down. And exhale, flat ourselves. Be in a nice supported, rounding forward position. Bring it back up. And let's do it again. Hinging back, arms forward. Lift the feet if it's comfortable. And you can maintain your form. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you. We are still going. rock back forward. And exhale. Let yourself round forward all the way. Bring it back up. Then we're going back to that very familiar position as of now. We're going to take our left hand, place it on the outside of the right knee, and just start to open with the right hand. We're not lifting our feet right now, just starting to feel a little more activation as we get this rotation in. Your arm, we're not trying to go back really far, just wherever it comfortably stops in the rotation. It's not comfortable to have your arm out. You could just keep it down by the side, maybe behind you if you want a little more supported twist. Supported, a little more core. Whatever works for you. Bring it in, and we'll switch sides. Back up to center, up nice and tall. And then we hinge back, and we're going to do each side one more time. Bring it back to center, and then the other side. Bring it back to center, up tall. Then we will sit comfortably. We're going to drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Keep that left shoulder relaxed. Press down and away with the right. So resist the urge to collapse the spine or to lean to the side. From the tailbone up, we're nice and tall. Just letting our cervical spine do the movement right now. Bring it back to center. Let out a yawn apparently. Right ear to right shoulder. Keep that right shoulder relaxed. Pressing down in the way with the left. And back up to center. Then we're going to take, maybe you need both blocks and your knee cushion for this, depending. And we're going to place our right knee down. Left foot is lined up with that right knee. Our tailbone is drawn down, so we get, as soon as we do that, we get the engagement in our abdominals. Our pelvis is level and locked into place. Up tall, not sending the hips back. And let's just inhale, bring that right arm up, looking up towards the ceiling. Gate pose or gateway pose is either one of those is what we call this. Let's bring it to level, arms out to the side, make sure those shoulders are relaxed. We're going to inhale, dip down, place a block under your hand if you need it. We exhale, lift back to center. Inhale our stretch. Exhale back to center. And then hinging back down. And back up. Keep moving nice and even with the breath. Our lateral core musculature is doing all the work right now. As far as movement goes, supporting us as we come down. Yes, we are loading that right glute to help keep our pelvis stable. Let's do one more time on this side. And back to center. Then let's switch. Make sure we get ourselves, all lined up. Left knee under that left hip, right foot directly in line with the left knee. Tailbone drawn down, abdominals engaged, our pelvis isn't going anywhere. Let's inhale and open to our stretch. Let's bring it to center, arms out, keep those shoulders relaxed. Inhale, taking it down nice and steady. Exhale, use the obliques, come back up. To be honest, I'm not really sure how many we did on the other side, or how many we've done thus far on this side. Well, let's just say we'll do 2 more times. and down. All right, now let's bring it back up to standing. We'll do it this way. We're going to widen our stance, and as much as is comfortable, rotate your feet inward. So it doesn't have to be drastic. If that's not comfortable, if you can't do that, you can keep them pointing forward, but turn inward, making sure heels and toes are on the same line. You know, one leg is in front or behind the other. Turn them in as best we can. Now we're nice and locked into position. Hands on the hips. Send those elbows back. Inhale. Draw the tailbone down. Open the chest. On the exhale, lead with the chest and a nice hinge down to our wide-legged forward bend. Let's bring the hands back on the hips, elbows back. Inhale, lead with the chest, nice hinge up. I'm ready to take that right foot and turn it forward. Left foot stays just as it is. Square up the hips. Maybe you have to adjust the width of your stance. That's okay. Let's grab our elbows. Inhale and lengthen. Exhaling. Nice hinge with a nice flat back. Coming forward. Hinge back up. Open up the hip as comfortable. Left hand on our left hip. And we're going to start to spill the pelvis over the right leg. Send that hip crease back. Spiraling those lower ribs and that chest up and open as we do so. Coming down to our Trikonasana, or triangle. Those of you that have taken yoga with me for a while might wonder, gosh, Gina, how come you're not extending your arm up anymore? How come you're always keeping it at your side? Well, if you've done yoga with me long enough, you also know that I say form is of utmost importance. To stay true to yourself and your form and to honor your limits. And I realize that I really don't get my chest open that well all the time to lift my arm. If I keep it to the side, I'm more likely to focus on turning my ribs up like I need to, opening through the chest, and getting a whole lot more activation through my low back, stretch through my side. It's not always about that destination, like, oh, this is what it is. This is what it should be. No, what it should be is what you can do. And that can change every day and by the hour. Let's lift up. You can give that knee a little bend if it's more comfortable. We're going to switch our feet. Square up our hips the other way. Grab our elbows. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, maintain that length as we do our nice flat back hinge forward. Bring it back up. Open up the hips a little bit. Right hand on that right hip. Now we start to spill the pelvis over the left leg, so that left hip crease back. Spiraling those left lower ribs up, open. Let's bring it back up. And we'll take it to the front of our mat. We're going to do a little round of sun salutation A. I will guide you through the first time, and we will move with the breath for a few rounds. Just to start to get a little bit warmer. We've moved yourself around a little bit, worked out some kinks, so hopefully this will progress us even further. All right, inhale the arms up. And on the exhale, nice flat back hinge down to our forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, or half forward fold. Exhale, taking it to plank. Inhaling here. Exhale, drop down to Chaturanga or to the floor if this is too much. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, feet to hands. Walk, step, or jump. Inhale, our flat back, half forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, however you want to refer to it. Exhale, release. Inhale, nice hinge back up. And exhale, arms to the sides. Let's keep going with the breath. One more round. All right, let's grab our strap now. And we're going to take it. Grabbing hold. Place it behind the head. Our elbows are at our sides. I will move this way so you can better see what I'm doing. I have a wide stance with my toes pointed out. I'm going to inhale, send the hips back, dropping down. Exhale, press those arms overhead. Inhale back down. And exhale, coming back up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Make sure the hips come back first. You don't try to do this movement by dropping right down into the knees. And you say, this really hurts my knees. Well, yes, it will, because you're just letting them take all the pressure. Your glutes aren't able to turn on. And therefore, get all that pain in your knees. You don't have to go down very far. Again, that's not the goal. You need to not think about a specific endpoint, but rather the point with which we can accurately and adequately perform each asana, each transition, each movement, and build from there. Let's do a couple more. This is so great for getting our lats activated and wake up and lengthen. It's just nice. All right, bring you back to the center. We'll set that down for the time being. And let's do a little balancing, shall we? Yes, we shall. We're going to start standing on the right leg. We're just going to bring that left one up. We're going to take it to our, ooh, I'm not going to be very balanced today. Take it to our tree pose. Foot either goes above or below the knee. Those outer left hip muscles are working to pull that knee open so we get a nice stretch through the front of our groin. Let's bring our hands to the heart center. Pelvis locked in place, tailbone drawn down. Set your drishti, your focus, a little ways in front of you, and breathe. Release the arm to the side, and then release the foot, and let your knees line up. The knees are together. Keeping ourselves long. We're just going to start to think about pressing that left heel back, letting the right hip flex a little, just hinging a little bit forward. Maybe you have to put that foot down. I apparently might have to. So we don't want that hip, our right hip, to wing out. We want it to stay nice and level. I feel a lot happening with the glute med right now. Bring it back up. Find your center again. And hinge nicely forward. Not far. Clearly, I am not going very far. I know my limits. I know this is not a strength of mine. But in order to make it a strength, I know that I have to work with where I'm at right now. I'm going to have to master that and then master the next part. So you bring it up and set that foot down. That's nice. All right, let's go to the other side. We'll do our tree. Start with our tree. Place the foot. Draw the tailbone down. Feel the abdominals engage. Pelvis locked in place. Doing our best to open that knee. Those muscles we just worked to balance on that leg and allow us to do the hip hinge are now also working to open that knee. Slow when everything comes together. Release the hands, release the foot, and then knees lined up. And we're going to do our little hinge on this side. Hinge starts by hip going back. Feel your abdominals engage and pull into the spine. You feel those glute muscles working? Bring it back up. Yes, you can set the foot down briefly if you need that little reprieve. Let's do it again. Start to hinge. Nice and slow. Hips stay level. And bring it back up. And foot down. I get things going a little bit. Let's go back to the front of our mat. Now we're going to do some sun salutations again. Version B. I'll guide you through the first round, and then you just keep moving with the breath. Inhale the arms overhead. Press the hips back a little bit. And then exhale, we lengthen. Hinge down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, taking it to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, down chaturanga or all the way to the floor. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right foot up. Exhale, place it between the hands, a little closer to the right side. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, Bring it back down to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down. Now we do the left side. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, step it between hands, right heel down. Inhale, 1. And exhale, coming down, back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, look up. And exhale, feet to hands, walk, step or jump, whichever is appropriate. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, releasing down. Inhale, reverse side back up. Exhale, arms to the sides. All right, let's keep it going, moving with the breath. Two more times. Last round. Stay with your breath. Don't get ahead of it. You start to get uncomfortable, and then we tend to rush. Don't rush. Keep breathing. You'll get through it. Then it'll be over before you even realize it. You'll be all the better for it. Now you're probably really starting to feel a bit warmer. Perfect. And let's take our strap. Move things away so I don't trip over anything. Move that over the right foot. We're going to do a little Padagustasana. And keep that so upright. Find your center. Up tall. Let's start with bringing the knee up. Lock that pelvis into place. And maybe today, this is where you stay. Maybe you feel really busy in your mind and unbalanced, and you can maintain balance here. So you can leave it here. If you think you can go a little further, extend that leg out. Keep yourself up tall. Don't round the shoulders forward. Don't reach forward. Then we'll go to our B variation out to the side. If you feel that's appropriate for you today. Not, that's okay. Bring it nice and steady back to center. Bend the knee. We're back to our initial starting position. And back down to the floor. Get a little shake out. Switch it over to the other side. Apparently I can't do that very gracefully as I did on the other side. That's okay. Find our center on our 2 feet first. Okay. Bring the left knee up. Get your balance here. Excuse me. Pelvis dropped into place. Locked into place. Then, if you're ready, willing, and able, you can extend that foot out. Use those quadricep muscles. Very important. Then, if it's comfortable and feels doable, we'll bring it out to the side. Counterbalance with that other arm as necessary. Bring it back to center. Bend the knee. So we're all here now. Bring it back to the floor. All right. We gotta do each side one more time. Because why do the fun and exciting things once when you can do them twice? So now we've taken that experience in. Let's see what we learned for the second experience. Let's see if there's anything that is different or not different. And that, oh boy, I'm losing my strap. That foot out as you are ready, willing, and able. Up tall. Resist the urge to come forward. Quadriceps engaged. Take it out to the side. Bring it back to center. Ooh. Bend the knee. Recenter yourself. Recenter. I say that as much as for myself as for you. And back down. Ooh. Okay. Switch to the other side. Center on the own 2 feet first. Lift the left. Being right on the squeaky spot on the floor is not particularly helpful in this moment, but we're going to get through it. Use those quads to extend the knee. Out to the side. Back to center. Bend the knee. And release back down. Ooh, yeah. Time is flying once again. We're not done yet. Back to the front of our mat. We're going to do our revolved crescent to runner's pose vinyasa, just so we can get some nice twisting asana in our movement today, because that always feels nice. All right. Inhale that right foot back to crescent. Exhale, revolved crescent. Inhale, back to crescent. Exhale, nice hinge down to our runner's pose. Inhaling back up. And exhaling Back to standing. Right to the other side. One more time on each side. And now we will work our way back towards the floor as we come to the end of our practice. Let's bring those arms up. Exhale, nice hinge down. You can get the tail a little wag back and forth. Just kind of release the sides a little bit more. Let's step to our plank. Now we're going to take our right foot, bring it up, step it so it's facing directly perpendicular to your body. The left foot goes down, left shoulder over the left wrist. You can bring that arm up or keep it at your side. Lifting, getting a little stretch through those glute meats. We just did a bunch of work in today. And yes, those obliques, that lateral core that we started with, is getting another little stimulation now. Then we pivot back. I'm going to turn the other way as we come to our other side. Left foot now forward, right shoulder over the right wrist. Keeping that right foot flexed, so don't let it get sloppy. Pivot. And now We're going to do each side one more time. Come to our side plank. Right foot in front, perpendicular to the body. Pivot. I'm going to stay facing this way. And now we come to our other side. Final time. Pivot. Bring it back to plank. Knees down. Flip those toes under. Let's press back to child's pose. And let's take it all the way back. Let's start with a little reclined glute stretch. Some call it thread the needle, some call it a figure four. Various yogic disciplines will also call it different things. I'm just going to go with reclined glute stretch. So, right ankle on the left thigh. Keep the left foot flexed, which means like this. You don't let it get sloppy. Keep it flexed. Place it there. Grab hold under that left thigh. Head and shoulders stay down. Shin might be slightly tucked to help lengthen through the back of the neck and the back body. You pull that knee in. The right side, relax. Release and switch. Left foot, right thigh. Left ankle isn't sloppy, it's flexed. And then we are ready to pull that right knee in. And release. Bring the arms out to the side. And let's just let the knees fall down to the right side. You don't have multiple right knees, but I think you know what I mean. Knees back to center. And now to the left side. Back to center. Extend the legs out. Arms overhead. Interlace the fingers. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you're doing so, gathering up any remaining stress or tension in the body, flexing all your muscles. Make a face. Hold it. Holding everything. Exhale and release. And the arms, sides, shoulder blades turned under. And take Shavasana. If you like, you can roll it over onto the right or left side to the fetal pose. Bring it back up to seated. Getting ahead of myself. Nice and tall. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale to the heart center. Namaste. Now you may go and share your enlightened self with the world for the rest of the week, or until we meet again on Wednesday. And for those of you that actually went all the way through this and you did this and you're consistent with these, I do teach a 75-minute vinyasa class Saturday mornings at 7:30. So if you would like the invitation to that, you can drop me a line and I will send it to you so you can join in on the fun and get your weekend and your Saturday started out on the right foot. So until then, thanks for joining and we'll see you next time.